Hello, my name is Luis Valle. I'm 27 years old. This is my digital literacy for my English 315 class. I am a junior at CSUN and I'm an English literature major, hoping to become a professor one day, hopefully. And the thing that brought me to digital technology is when I was young, I used to have a stereo that was dual with a CD player and a tape player. The first thing I did by myself was record or transfer, say, the CD onto the cassette because the car only had a cassette player. They weren't modernized yet for a CD player, and I would listen to music, and that's the first time I interacted with that. And I thought it was, revolutionary at the time. I didn't know the word, but I right now I know it was revolutionary for me. Later on after that, I only read books in physical form. There wasn't anything that was remotely digital. There wasn't any iPads, iPhones, nothing like that. I would go to the library at school or the public one and just read from there. Middle school was the first time ever to deal with a computer, but they were very old. They didn't seem to do much except, the pinball machine. That was something I only did on the computer. I never wrote anything on it. I never searched the web because the internet was so slow. I think I would make it to the Yahoo homepage and just read, the front page, but after that, all the links took forever. You couldn't really do much with it. Later on, that was a popular time when people would download music. And that's what I would do. I just download music from the internet. This was like 2 years after middle school, so like high school when I was 15, 16. I would download a lot of music, and then, for my friends, for myself, different artists, find different things I could download. At some point, I was downloading music videos, and I would burn them onto disc so I didn't have to use the internet after that or the computer. I would just burn them onto a CD and then put them on a DVD player and just watch the music videos there. And, clips, cartoons, stuff like that. I never really thought about digital writing embedded into literature itself because, literature, you just think literature, you think, words, old text, Shakespeare, anything that's written and you can read it or you write it yourself and then you hand it in or turn it in like it's homework. So digital writing to me is something that I've used. It is so mixed in with my daily routine that I don't even notice that I've used it or that I use it constantly every day. When I wake up, I use my phone, check my emails, write notes, reminders, schedule, even look at the calendar on my phone. I didn't even think that would resemble digital writing or digital. I just thought, convenient technology, but it is technology in writing. When I looked at this assignment, I thought, how am I going to record myself? How am I going to sound to myself? How am I going to sound to others? I was a little embarrassed, a little worried, a little skeptical, I'm not going to lie. But it's really not that hard as long as you know what you're talking about, as long as you do your research, as long as you feel comfortable expressing how you feel. I think it goes well. I've always thought of writing as some sort of a form of expression. So digital writing, just another way of expression, I never thought emails would work like that. I never thought memos or even emails or even a simple text message would resemble this. And it's funny because people used to write letters to each other and wait days, even weeks to get it. And then another response would be another long period of time. So it's funny to see how simple it is for now to send something and receive it quickly or feedback. I think that's something really good. Now, Spanish was my first language, so English was the second one to me. So to me, having to learn something else was completely different, as well as this new thing, digital writing. Well, it's not too new. It's just new to me. I just never realized it was there the whole time. But since I'm not practicing with it, I can see how it affects a daily routine or someone's performance or education. Now, I do see this as being the future eventually. I do see this as being the future. I know they still have teachers to teach people how to write, how to read. But I know this will only continue to make things easier. Read easier, write easier, research easier, or even explain things easier, which I think is a good thing. Now, I think it is always important to resemble back to the past and study and learn how things were done and how things improved. Now, today I don't even think about my phone as being a resource, but it is. I use my phone for everything. Absolutely everything. I use it to study. I use it to read. I use it to do my homework. I even use it to call people. It's funny, but it's technology nowadays. And I'm sure eventually everything's going to become even more advanced, easier. But until then, I have to keeping up with the lingo. I transferred to CSUN from community college. It took me a while to get there, but every time I took a new class, it was something different, something new, something I had to learn. And even when I got to CSUN, it was brand new things I have to do, brand new things I have to learn, which I like. But it just showed me that there's so much things out there that I didn't even realize. So many things out there to benefit you in your education or your journey to success. The other thing I do not like about this technology is that it's too expensive. It's always improving, so you always got to buy the new things. You always got to spend the extra money. And it benefits you, but at the same time, it's money consuming. Well, thank you for listening. My name is Luis once again. I appreciate your attention, and I hope you learned something about me today. Thank you.